Hi, it's Father Carr, and we're here in the alleyway here in Somerville, Massachusetts. Not the alleyway, it's obviously an alleyway here in Somerville, Massachusetts. It's kind of an interesting place if you think about it, because if my whole focus on life is keeping my alleyway clean, well, I can fairly do that. I can tell people keep their trash out. I don't want anything bad in here. But you know what? Ultimately, if that's my whole focus, when I'm all said and done, the only thing I have is a clean alleyway. What can I do with that? You see, there's a whole world out there, and the world is bigger than the alleyway. And if my whole focus is just keeping an alleyway clean, then that's all I have, and I don't have a whole world. I want to talk about that because our focus as people of faith is ultimately to seek holiness. And a lot of times people will define our Catholic faith as avoiding sin. So we're called to just avoid sin. Well, if your only call is to avoid sin, that's like living in an alleyway, keeping it clean and avoiding going to the rest of the world. No, our Catholic faith is all about being in a relationship with Christ. And our relationship calls us to go closer to Him, and in our seeking to be closer to Him, it is there that we choose to avoid sin. So it's important for us to avoid sin, but it's just important for us to seek, even more important, for us to seek first holiness. Remember the words of Jesus from Matthew, seek first the kingdom of God, and all these things will be given you besides. Now, obviously, you can't seek first the kingdom of God if you are focused on living a sinful life. But if you're only focused on living a sin-free life and not focused on holiness, then you're also not seeking the kingdom of God. So, when you're seeking to live your life, seek first Christ. Seek a relationship with Him. And if you're teaching the faith and you're teaching people the faith and all you're talking about is leading people away from sin and you're not talking about holiness, you're missing the point. Let's look at the words of St. Thomas Aquinas, who says something very, very important. He says that we're called to do good and avoid evil. We're not called just to avoid evil, and we're not called just to do good. We're called to do good and avoid evil. We're called to seek holiness, and we seek holiness by turning from sin. But you can't turn from sin without seeking holiness, because if you just turn from sin and not interested in seeking holiness, you will never find holiness. So remember those words. Our call is to be in relationship with Christ. Our call is to seek holiness and to seek Him. And in that process, our call is to turn from sin. Because the more we turn from sin, the more we find Christ. And the more we seek to find Christ, the more we choose to turn from sin. God bless you.